Okay, so welcome all. Welcome to the Financial Freedom webinar today. As I had mentioned, this is exclusively for the beginners. Can I have yes? Please type yes or Y in the chat if you are able to hear me. If I am audible, loud and clear, please type yes. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for confirming. So those who don't know me, my name is Samir Bapat. I'm in stock market for almost 20 years. I started my journey along with my professional work in 2004. Uh, from almost 2004. So 2004 to 24, it has been a 20 years of journey. I have gone through all ups and downs. And what I'm sharing with you is crux of what I understood reading a lot of books and all. So today I am going to sort of give a secret recipes to start your journey with. And please take my suggestions very very seriously, because these are the जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं निचोड़ है पूरे 20 years का. So you understand, learn, understand, feel what I'm trying to say. You can feel what I'm trying to say and work it out. Second thing is those who are looking for something about trading in options, those who are beginners and suddenly they have come, नहीं यार आज कुछ मिल जाए जिससे मैं options में I can earn a lot of money in options. This is not the webinar for you. I'm not going to teach any techniques, but I'm going to teach you something which will help you in creating wealth. So I'm making it very clear right now. If you stay with me for next 3 hours, you will learn how to create wealth from stock market. I am not covering future and options. So please don't ask also about future and options in this. I will be covering purely how to create wealth, how you can multiply your money in much better way than what you can do in other instruments. Okay, so Anish is saying stick with English. I don't understand Hindi. Anish, don't worry. I'll be switching between Hindi and English because many people here are from Hindi also, English also. So I'll mix it. So don't worry, you will not miss anything at all. That is my promise. Okay, so let's start. Do I have permission from all of you to begin the session today? Can everyone type Y in the chat so that we can begin? Do I have permission? Okay. Why someone is typing Y? No, I need your permission, right, to go ahead. Okay, so it's my promise. After 3 hours, you'll be much better knowledgeable in stock market. You'll be able to earn from stock market confidently. So let's go ahead without spending a single second in anything else. Now, okay. So just hold on, please. Just let me do a little setup and then we are good to go. Okay. Now, so we have only two agenda. Agenda number one, how to find best company to invest or best share to invest into for a long term. Even if you're investing in a short term duration, let's say 6 months, 8 months, you need to do this basic checks, whether you're investing for 5 years or you're investing for 6 months or 1 year. You need to find, you need to do this analysis for this best company. Then second part, once we have identified, once I have taken you through the process of identifying the best company, then I will take you through when to buy that share and when to exit. I'll be giving you a very solid ideas on identifying the entry and exit points. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is my motto: gain knowledge, take action, earn money. So I would request you today, you gain knowledge, you put it into implementation, and then earn money going forward. This is my mission. I have been teaching about stock market for past almost 8 to 10 years. I have taught almost 6,000 people about stock market, educated them about stock market, and by God's grace, majority of them are earning money consistently. So I wish you all best of luck. After attending today's program, you all will also be able to earn consistently in your coming days. So let's start with what is best. What is the best share? Now, let's say if someone is looking for a life partner, or someone is looking a partner for his son or daughter, so we are looking for the best match. अगर कोई बॉयफ्रेंड ढूंढ रहा है, गर्लफ्रेंड ढूंढ रहा है, तो he wants a best boyfriend, best girlfriend for marrying. Okay, so if you are looking a life partner, so you want a best life partner, right? So mostly, like if you see the olden days, how people will find the best partner is looking for the economic side of the partner, right? First, they will ask, like normally earlier days, like in my days, earlier days, people will, if they are searching boy for their girl, then they will first ask, okay, what is the business they do, right? Like many people must have seen the movie Sholay. In that, Amitabh Bachchan goes to that Mausi with Dharmendra's proposal. So she asked, पूछना तो पड़ेगा लड़का करता क्या है. So before you invest your money in any company, right, you should first understand what is the business of that company, what that company does, what is the core business of that company. That is the starting point of B, business. Second is earning. Like if you remember Sholay, मौसी पूछेगी कमाता कितना है, पूछना तो पड़ेगा कमाता कितना है, right? So if you find the company, then you need to understand how much is their earning. Are they earning good, decent, or not? Third is steady or consistent. Are they earning sporadically कि इस साल ही खतरनाक प्रॉफिट हुआ, remaining years were really bad? So you have to analyze whether they have been consistent, they have been steady in their earning or not, how they have been, sales has been growing year over year or not. And most important is tomorrow's prospect, right? So we have to analyze any company, because we are giving our money to buy that share. That money is hard-earned money. If that money is hard-earned money, before giving our money, making a match, buying that share, we have to find and analyze the best company. How many of you agree that if I am giving my hard-earned money, right, I worked from 9 to 9 and I earned that money, saved that money, I can not just simply invest in any stock. Before रिश्ता लेके जाएंगे उस शेयर के पास, so I have to analyze that my money goes to the best of best share, right? So this is 4 points I feel that everyone should analyze 100% before buying a single share of that company. So we have to do best analysis for investing. ठीक है? So what we will do in next half an hour, 1 hour is we are going to analyze one company, okay? And then you will understand how you should be analyzing a company for future. So I'm not going to give you any past example, okay, I did Phalana Demka in say year so and so. No, we all are going to analyze one company for future. So you can as well analyze it and see what happens in coming 6 years. So it's a challenge for me, challenge for you about that stock, what happens for it, for the stock for next year. So everyone ready to do the analysis of a stock which might become 6 times in next 6 years, okay, or 5 times in next 5 years. So let's analyze together. Okay, now we normally, so this is a process, right? Normally start with T or B, which a T is tomorrow's future or B is business. Normally, I prefer to start with a T. That is, what is the tomorrow's future? What is likely to happen tomorrow? Then I go and find which business is supporting that tomorrow. For example, let's start with the tomorrow's future. So this is our starting point कि कल क्या होने वाला है. Now, 22nd January 2024, Modi ji gave everyone one stock tip. Okay, then you will be thinking, अरे यार उस दिन तो प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हुई थी. What stock tip did he give? But this is the first thing which we have to develop. Between the happenings, whatever is government doing, whatever the ministers are doing, whatever they are saying, you have to start analyzing what are the share ideas coming out of it. This is the first technique which you have to develop. I'll give you multiple examples after we finish this analysis, but 22nd January 2024, Ram Mandir Pratishtha was there. After he finished all Pratishtha, he went and inaugurated something for renewable energy. How many of you remember that he went after Pran Pratishtha, he went for some inauguration of renewable energy? Yes, no? Correct? That is the stock idea. From there, we can get our share idea where we have to invest to earn money in future. That is our starting point. ठीक है, क्या starting point है? Now, what government of India is trying to do is they are planning to bring in green energy, renewable energy, right? Okay, so Shalini ji say use English, okay. तो प्राण प्रतिष्ठा के बाद वो गए, उन्होंने एक सोलर प्लांट का कुछ इनॉग्रेशन किया, उसमें वहां से अपने को स्टॉक टिप मिला. So I'll say in English and I'll say in Hindi, okay. First I'll explain in English, then I'll explain in Hindi quickly. Okay. So government of India is focused on green energy. Green energy matlab solar panel, wind energy, anything which does not use coal or our crude oil or anything, which is very good for environment and very good for our health. So government is focused on doing that. That is their plan. क्या plan है? Today, green energy, like energy created by solar panel, wind panel, everything is 177 gigawatt. Capacity is there. Now, government by 2030, that is 6 years from now, they want to make a capacity of 517 gigawatt. अब इसको मैं हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. गवर्नमेंट चाहती है कि सोलर पैनल, विंड वगैरह से जो है एनर्जी जनरेट हो, जो अच्छी रहे, क्लीन रहे, कोल यूज ना हो. अभी जो है 177 गीगावाट की कैपेसिटी है इंडिया में. सोलर पैनल, विंड मिल सब मिला, हाइड्रो पावर सब मिला के 177 गीगावाट की कैपेसिटी है. 2030 तक इसकी कैपेसिटी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया करना चाहती है 517 गीगावाट. 6 साल में, in 6 years, how many times they want to increase the capacity? Can anyone calculate and type how many times the capacity is going to increase for green energy projects? Like if the solar panels, how many times? So this is our thought process, right? Think, if you are not typing, at least think. How many times the capacity will increase? Yes, 3 to 4 times. 3 times it will increase. 17 3 is 51. So 3 times. अभी 17 है, 51 होगा. 177 है, 517 होगा. So it will be 3 times the capacity will grow. Now, as an analyst, you have this data. If there is a market to grow for 3x, then whichever companies which will be involved in this green energy has space to grow 3 times. Correct? How many of you agree that जो कंपनी ग्रीन एनर्जी में काम करेगी और अच्छा काम करेगी, उसको 3 गुना बढ़ने का स्कोप है। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया बोल रही 6 साल में, इन 6 years यू हैव अ पॉसिबिलिटी टू ग्रो 3x। एग्रीड? सो एवरीवन इज गेटिंग हाउ वी आर कनेक्टिंग। मोदी जी ने कहा हम ग्रीन एनर्जी लाएंगे, बहुत बढ़िया साहब, क्या प्लान है आपका? उन्होंने कहा 517 गीगावाट करेंगे। अच्छा, अभी कितना है? 177 गीगावाट। क्या करने वाले हो? 3 टाइम्स करने वाले हो। वेरी गुड। So now we got a space where it is going to grow 3 times in 6 years. If there is a scope to grow 3 times minimum for a company, how many times the share price will go minimum in 6 years? 3x. तो कम से कम अपने को रास्ता तो मिल गया ना, वी गॉट द रोड कि देयर इज अ स्कोप, ग्रीन एनर्जी 3 times, stock price is likely to go up by 3 times. Okay, so let's analyze one company which is likely to grow. Okay, I'm not claiming it will grow, but ऐसा analysis करना है अपने को. Okay, everyone clear? Can I have yes from everyone if you are clear with the concept what I have said so far? सबको clear है मैंने क्या बोला है, हम किस दिशा में अपना अन्वेषण कर रहे हैं? Yes? Okay. Clear. Now, the funding requirement, पैसा लगेगा ना, the funding requirement for increasing the capacity by 3x in coming 6 years, from 24 to 30 years में, for buying panels, project management, shifting, land price, ये वो सब मिला के, it is estimated that 18.55 lakh crore rupees will have to be invested. कोई भी करेगा, प्राइवेट पार्टी करेगा, कोई भी करेगा, गवर्नमेंट करेगा, they will need to spend 18.55 lakh crore to implement this project. The company which we are analyzing today, last year 23-24, that company gives loan only for renewable development, renewable energy development. They give loans and they disbursed loans of 0.37 lakh crore last year. पूरे साल में, in the entire year they disbursed only 0.37 lakh crore. So 0.37 lakh to 18.55, they have a scope of giving 48 times what they could do in 1 year. So उनके लिए expansion scope कितना है? 48 times का expansion scope है. Right? So this company is Indian IREDA, Indian Renewable Energy Development Authority. It has disbursed 0.37 lakh crore last year. It has a scope of 48 times in 6 years. पर ऐसा नहीं है कि they will be only disbursing the entire money on their own. So let's take a conservative estimate. So let's do कि 0.37 है, they distributed 30% more next year, 24-25, 30% से they increase their business, so they dispersed 0.48 lakh crore. Every year, if they increase their disbursement by 30%, 30%, 30%, 30%, so we are saying we are not greedy, भाई 30% business बढ़ेगा year over year, ठीक है? So in total 6 years they'll be disbursing 6.5 lakh crore. That means that is only 30% of the entire market share, which is decent. If they are doing good, they might be able to capture 30% of the entire financing arena. Possible? How many of you are with me? Everyone got the concept? Can I have yes from all of you if you got the concept? Just in Hindi, I'll just cover this in Hindi, this point, simple points. 18.55 लाख करोड़ की रिक्वायरमेंट है. हमारी जो कंपनी जो हम एनालाइज कर रहे हैं उसने 0.37 लाख करोड़ डिसबर्स किया लास्ट ईयर. पूरे साल में 0.37 लाख करोड़ डिसबर्स किया. अगर वो पूरा 18.5 लाख करोड़ का धंधा उठाता है मार्केट से, तो उसके पास 18 टाइम्स ग्रो करने की पॉसिबिलिटी है मार्केट में. पर अगर हम बहुत कंजर्वेटिव भी लें, हर साल वो अपना बिजनेस, अपना धंधा, अपना लोन सिर्फ 30% से बढ़ाता है, 0.37 से 30%, 0.48, 0.62, 0.81, 30% ही दे रहा है, एक्स्ट्रा दे रहा है हर साल। सो बिजनेस का ग्रोथ जो है 30%. Disbursement, Vedika means they are giving loans, right? Disbursement is they are giving loan. Finally, they are giving loan to some company. That is disbursement. वो अगर अपना बिजनेस सिर्फ 30% ही बढ़ा रहा है तो भी 18.52 में से 6.5 लाख करोड़ ही दे रहा है। 30% मार्केट शेयर किसी भी कंपनी को अचीव करना बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है। अगर वो ठीक से काम कर रहा है, दे कैन अचीव 30% ऑफ मार्केट शेयर। सो लेट्स से अवर IREDA, दिस इज अ शेयर नेम, IREDA is able to capture 30% of the market share also, because they are specific in renewable energy. So there is a possibility that they can disburse, right? अगर वो डिसबर्स कर पा रहे हैं, अगर वो लोन दे पा रहे हैं, 30% इंक्रीज कर पा रहे हैं, अगर बिजनेस इज इंक्रीजिंग बाय 30% a year, share price will increase by how much percentage every year? If a business of a company is likely to increase by 30% every year, then how much the share price will increase every year? कम से कम 30% से बढ़ेगा, minimum 30% will increase. So if a share price is 190 rupees, as of date, IREDA is 190 rupees. By 2030, if it increase by 30% year over year, there is a good chance that 190 rupees share may become 917 rupees by 2030. अगर हम इसको FD से कंपेयर करें, if we compare this with FD, if we put our money in FD today at 6% rate, in 6 years, 190 rupees if we put in FD, it will become maybe 150 rupees, it will grow. So 190, it will come somewhere close to 300. If you put this money, 190 rupees in bank, in FD, 190 will become 300 in next 6 years. There is a possibility of increasing the share from 190 to 917 by this analysis. This is a possibility, trajectory. So there is a disclaimer now. I am not giving any recommendation. This is a analysis what we have done for the future. We don't know whether it will happen or not happen. This is the logical reasoning. How many of you have understood the process of analysis so far? Yes? Clear? Very clear? Okay. Now I will take 2-3 questions. I will pause to raise your hand. I'll pause here. I'll allow you to ask 3 questions. So we'll take only 3 questions and then we'll forward. Go ahead. Okay. So I will allow you to unmute yourself. Unmute. Okay. So first is, yeah, Inderjit Singh. Yeah, go ahead, please. You can unmute and ask the question. 3 questions we are going to take.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
Very good morning.
सर इसमें क्या क्या मतलब प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकते हैं, क्योंकि हम 6 साल की ट्रेजेक्टरी देख रहे हैं, तो हमें क्या क्या देखना पड़ेगा बीच में सर, या और हमें लमसम पैसा लगाना है या इसको शिफ्ट मोड में करना है? ये
इसको सर पैसा कैसे लगाना है वो अपन सेकंड हाफ में सीखेंगे कि कैसे मार्केट रिएक्ट करता है, क्या क्या जो हमारा पैटर्न्स बनते हैं। सो हम उसको समझेंगे सेकंड हाफ में कि हमें कब कब पैसा लगाना है, कैसे कैसे लगा सकते हैं, शिफ्ट वाइज लगा सकते हैं या कैसे लगा सकते हैं, वो सेकंड हाफ में समझेंगे इसके नेक्स्ट हाफ में। और इसमें ट्रेजेक्टरी यही है कि हमको गवर्नमेंट को ऑब्जर्व करते रहना है कि गवर्नमेंट ने जो प्रॉमिस किया है वो डिलीवर कर रहे हैं क्या। भाई उन्होंने तो कह दिया कि मैं करूंगा जी, उसमें काफी चीजें हो सकती है, काफी टेक्निकल इश्यूज आ सकते हैं
जी सर।
गवर्नमेंट में कुछ और बजट प्रायोरिटी आ सकती है। अब जैसे कोरोना ही आ गया उसमें तो उनकी प्रायोरिटी चेंज हो सकती है। तो अगर गवर्नमेंट की प्रायोरिटी, और हम कैसे समझेंगे, वी विल अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द बजट कि अगर बजट में वो हर साल एलोकेशन कर रहे हैं कि साहब हम ये पावर सेक्टर में, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी में इतना अलोकेशन कर रहे हैं इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में, तो गवर्नमेंट करती है, अगर पूरा नहीं तो एटलीस्ट 60-70% लगाती है पैसा। तो हर
बिल्कुल
साल
सही
के
है।
बजट को रिव्यू करते रहें कि वो उसमें पैसा लगा रही है कि नहीं लगा रही है, तो हम उस स्टॉक में ही बने रहेंगे उस हिसाब से।
ठीक है सर।
ठीक है।
जी
ओके।
सर।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू सर।
ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एनीवन? ओके, या सचिन, गो अहेड इफ यू हैव क्वेश्चन।
I have a question, sir. Can I ask?
या राजीव, प्लीज गो अहेड।
ओके। अगर इरेडा को अगर हम लोग देख रहे हैं, बट
हम्म
अगर इरेडा के साथ अगर देखते हैं गवर्नमेंट के अलावा, तो
हम्म।
प्राइवेट कंपटीटर्स जो हैं जो साथ में इसके साथ भी पैरेलली ग्रोथ करेंगे वो लोग
हाँ
भी,
हाँ।
तो और कौन कौन से कंपनीज हैं सर जिस पे फोकस किया जा सकता है, या इसके कंपटीटर जो हो सकते हैं जो
इसके
मार्केट से
कॉम्पिटिटर भी
कैप्चर
हो
कर सकते हैं
सकते हैं,
फायदा?
वो भी हो सकते हैं, कॉम्पिटिटर भी हो सकते हैं। जो पैनल्स बना रहे हैं वो देख सकते हो आपकी कौन पैनल बना रहा है, जैसे वारे रिन्यूएबल है वो पैनल्स बना रहा है, तो सिर्फ फाइनेंस ही नहीं भाई, हर हर किसी को 3 टाइम्स ग्रो करने का स्कोप है। तो आप ये एनर्जी देखो और उसके बाद दूसरी सब कुछ देखो, और उसमें से जो कंपनी पसंद आती है वो कर सकते हो। तो ये हमने एक वो स्टार्ट कर लिया है ना। एनालिसिस का तरीका सबको क्लियर हो गया है, क्योंकि ये एक हम और दूसरा भी कर सकते हैं, बट एटलीस्ट एनालिसिस कैसे करना है वो तो क्लियर हो गया ना सबको।
यस सर, थैंक यू।
तो चलिए आगे।
Can I
या
ask one
सचिन,
question?
सो विल टेक दिस लास्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम सचिन एंड देन विल गो अहेड। या
Yeah. So my question is there any scanner application or anything through which we can identify these kind of companies which have potential to grow? Uh, any
हाँ
specific framework or a tool through which we can identify a group of companies or these companies which are, because just monitoring government policy
हाँ
also is not a very structured way to find the right information.
हाँ, I agree. So see what I'm okay, so I'll mute everyone and then I'll just answer Sachin's question, which was the second part. Now इसमें like what we have analyzed, right? So there are different ways of finding the stock. What we did was we picked up what government is going to do, and then we went and searched into the companies which might do. So what you have to do, what you have to understand is the second step is, first understand what government is doing, and then go and find which are good companies in those sector. That is one thing. Second thing is, you can go and you can come across a company and then think कि यार ये करती क्या है और इसका फ्यूचर क्या है. So don't go and analyze. In my opinion, if you want to zero down, I'll give you 4-5 examples from the past now. Okay, with your permission, I'll give you 4-5 examples in the past and clarify what I'm trying to tell you. So first is, what is the future, what government is saying, and then go and try to find. How to find? You have to just Google which company is doing in renewable energy. You will get some. So it's a 2 to 3 day job, but once you do it, you'll have a stock for at least 4 to 5 years. So first you have to think what government is doing. Second, I'll just give you some examples of the past. Nitin Gadkari ji said some few years ago, some 4-5 years ago, that we are mixing biofuel in the petrol and diesel. 20% biofuel will mix in the petrol and diesel, so that our import bill reduces by 20%. That was his video. वो बहुत चला WhatsApp पे. You must have reduced, नितिन गडकरी सिंह ने 20% का biofuel ऐड करेंगे ये वो. As a stock person, what we should do? अच्छा, biofuel mix करेगा. Who will make biofuel? Biofuel क्या होता है? googleanti.com. What is biofuel? Okay, दे देगा वो. ethanol होता है finally, you'll find. So you don't need to be a chemical engineer to know what is biofuel. Google will give you, ChatGPT will give you what is biofuel. It will give you what is biofuel. Simple. Ethanol. Who makes ethanol? Sugar companies, right? Companies with sugar and all, you will get some 15 companies. So example, when we saw this few years ago, then ethanol kaun banata hai? Then you zero down, which is now our second section, how to shortlist a good company out of list of companies. समझ में आ गया कि ठीक है इथेनॉल बनता है, Then who all makes ethanol? So then Triveni Engineering name appeared with a good company and all. So you invest in Triveni Engineering. As long as government is working towards it, you can invest. It will grow. Second is metro revolution, Vande Bharat revolution. When government said, okay, we are going to invest into trains, we are going to roll out Vande Bharat. Jupiter Wagon-R. These are all old stories. So, but what I'm trying to say, if you start, whenever the budget is presented, whenever some minister, which you believe that, okay, this fellow is delivering. So whenever he says something, listen to it very carefully and think, kya hoga? So one example is Triveni Engineering from biofuel in petrol. Second is Vande Bharat trains starting. Someone has to make the train, someone has to make wagons and all. Jupiter Wagon-R. The good company went up, you know the story. Third is, if you go, how many of you see the construction happening, metro line construction, and you curse कि यार ये traffic jam कर रखा है, यार क्या कर रखा है इन्होंने, my life has become hell because of this metro construction. Have you gone through across the metro construction? Can I have yes, who are going through the trouble of all metro construction? Now when you are going, so now first is the future versus the business. First see the future, then the business. Third, I'll tell you the Nal Se Jal. 2017, Government of India said we will provide Nal Se Jal to everyone. Nal Se Jal means water from the tap. 2017, government said Nal Se Jal, water from the tap for each household. अब now it will not come in the air. हवा से तो नहीं आएगा ना नल से जल, उसके लिए पाइप लगेगा, पंप लगेंगे, water purification लगेगा. So if you see government says Nal Se Jal, so much money, go and find which are the companies which make pipe, which are the companies which make pumps, purification, then go and invest. WPIL was the good example of that, which we invested in 2016-17. So future, then go and see the business. So that is the way you have to analyze. Okay, government is saying this, which companies will working, what is required? Basic nahi, rocket science nahi hai isme. That is future to the business. Now let's go from business to the future. Everyone comes wherever metro work is going, you will find this cranes, and you see the cranes and all. ACE construction is working on it. When they're constructing the metros and all, ACE construction is working on it. Just see which company is working. If you are going inside metro coach, just see which company has made this coach. If Government of India is making coaches and they are going for metro for all over India in all cities, coach kaun bana raha hai? That coach, manufacturer of the coach is written on the inside the metro coaches. So you can analyze that company. So name to the business, right? So first future to the business or business to the future. If you are traveling, someone says कि boss ये this rice is बहुत tasty rice है, ये इसका इस company का rice बहुत बढ़िया है. Business, future. Tathagat and Jupiter Wagon-R. So this is how you can correlate from the future. So next year when we have this budget, after the government is forming, then listen to the budget, not how much tax rebate you are getting. Forget the tax rebate. Analyze where all government is going to invest. What is their policy? 1 year policy, 5 year policy. Then think उस policy के हिसाब से which companies will be required to do that implementation of that policy. Government can give money, government can give guidelines, but someone needs to execute. See which one will execute those projects, and then you analyze their balance sheets and be ready for buying those shares. As simple as that. Simple. How many of you think it's simple? Yes or no? Yes. How many of you think you will be able to replicate in future? आपसे जो भी बजट आएगा आप आराम से बैठो, बजट सुनो, क्या कर रहा है वो सुनो, where they are going to invest सुनो, and you start finding it's as no rocket science. Okay, now let's go ahead. Now, so B and T ho gaya. So I told you how you can analyze the future, then come to business, or from business to future. You see any company, good company, see what they are doing. If you are willing for future, you can use. Now, after you analyze the future, after you analyze the business, you have to analyze E and S, earnings and stability, consistency. Very, very important. People, what I have seen is they will not analyze E and S, or they will only analyze E and S, which is earnings and consistency. Both ratio, P ratio, falana, ye ratio, book value ratio, and people are going mad searching the stocks by using only this ratio, ye P, low P, falana, demka. No. In my experience of 20 years, if you want to earn consistently, these numbers, this value should be analyzed later. पहले अच्छी company identify करो. First identify good company, then identify a good business. Out of that business, then identify a good balance sheet. Okay. Now let's analyze E and S, earnings and stability. Now, these are the factors for analyzing earnings and stability. Okay, so let's go ahead. How to find a very good company? We'll proceed with IREDA only. So here is okay. So someone said they are going for voting. Best of luck. Enjoy voting. Okay. Now, I would recommend this screener.in. I have been using this website for last 14 years. You can open a free account. You can open a paid account. This is a very good website. I'm using it for last 10 to 12 years. Screener.in. For online, I'm using free account. So it is up to you which account you want to use. So if you type IREDA and enter here, you'll get the balance sheet of IREDA. Okay. So Vipin is asking Nasdaq stock. No, it is not. It is made for India only. This website is available only for Indian stock. This is the peer comparison. If you want to compare the peers, you can. We'll come to this later. Now, let's come to profit and loss, yearly profit and loss. Okay. Even if you are not from finance background, let's keep it very simple. Any company you can analyze this way. So we will understand it vertically and horizontally. ठीक है? अगर आप फाइनेंस से नहीं है तो भी इसको बहुत अच्छी तरह से आप समझ सकते हैं. First line is revenue. Okay, revenue means total sales. How much was the total sales which was done? Roughly, I'm not going into very fine कि भाई revenue का ये ही मतलब होता है. I'm giving you a very high level definitions which is good enough for you to survive in stock market and to earn a lot of money. Okay, so don't go into nitty-gritty. Too much nitty-gritty. पहला है revenue. First is the sales. This so you have to come to IREDA. Come down slowly where you peer comparison, quarterly result के बाद एक profit and loss पे आ जाते हैं. ये profit and loss है. यहाँ पे we have all years. They have given this what is the revenue for each year ending, each financial year ending. Total sales क्या हुआ है ये पहली लाइन में आ जाएगा. Now, what we have to see is क्या ये बढ़ता बच्चा है, right? Just hold on. क्या ये बढ़ता बच्चा है? Is it growing? So we have to see visually also. You can see. So 2020, 2368, 2655, 2860, 3483, 4964. Sales is what is happening every year? What is happening here? Total sales. So sales is increasing. For any company you want to invest, first of all, past performance mein the sales should be increasing consistently, growing, stability, consistency. Best का S, E and S. कमाता कितना है, कितना सेल्स हुआ, how much is the earning sales 4964, how much it is doing consistently. So consistency is very, very important. Is it growing consistently year over year? So open it, see earnings if it is growing consistently. Very, very important. Don't ignore these steps. Then expenses will also grow if you are growing the sales. Expenses will also grow. खर्चा भी होगा, अगर आप सेल कर रहे हो खर्चा भी बढ़ेगा, खर्चा भी consistently बढ़ना चाहिए. See, this is the abnormality. 2-4 खर्चा कम हो तो ठीक है, बट ये abnormally कम नहीं होना चाहिए, ये कुछ abnormality है. Okay, that we will cover later someday, but still the expenses should be consistent and growing in proportion with the revenue. If it is abnormally less, you have to investigate further, but let's ignore right now and let's go financing, other income, depreciation and all. It will come. Financing profit. So this is the financing profit. So three things we have learned: sales, expenses, sales minus expenses. We have financing profit, and the financing profits also should be growing. When you see जो financing profit है, वो क्या है? That is like if you buy a apartment, let's say if you buy an apartment or if you buy a home, तो हम क्या करते हैं? We will take put, let's say 1 crore apartment if you have bought, then we'll put 20 lakh from our pocket, 80 lakh will take the loan. So total 1 crore we have invested in the apartment. We got a rental of, let's say at the end of the year, 4 lakh rupees. Okay, so उसमें से expenses वगैरह सब कुछ हटा के, other than interest, we have not paid the interest and all. So whatever we have earned before paying the interest to the bank or before paying the tax to the government, how much did we earn on that apartment? 1 crore लगाया, कितना कमाया? That kamai is here. Why I am telling that example is this divided by total money invested in a company, which includes promoters' money as well as the loan taken. So this much profit divided by that much amount is ROCE, return on capital employed. We will do a detailed session on this. So this, from this point you will get ROCE. So whenever you are analyzing the company, जब भी आप एक company analysis कर रहे हैं, तो आपको देखना है कि ROCE बढ़ रहा है कि नहीं बढ़ रहा है. Okay, so first checkpoint is sales growth is consistent, expenses are steady or going down. Third is ROCE is consistent or not. Then we pay interest, tax वगैरह सब pay करके, then we have net profit, which is here. So net profit after tax. So we pay the interest, we pay the tax. Net profit after paying the tax should be increasing consistently. So we have 4 checkpoints. Sales बढ़ रहा है कि नहीं, expenses control में है कि नहीं, profit before interest, earnings before interest and tax consistent है कि नहीं, after paying the tax profit consistent है कि नहीं. तो 4 checkpoints हो गए हमारे पास. Consistent year over year for last 3 to 4 years. Okay. No, I have not changed my screen, Sudeep. It is same. If you are able to see the screen, everyone is able to see the screen, right? What I am showing the numbers? Yes, okay. Numbers सबको दिख रहे हैं ना? Okay. So these are the 4 checkpoints. As a beginner, just go. We'll go in detail in subsequent sessions. But for a beginner, if you open the screener, go to that screener, just see revenue look horizontally. आपको हॉरिजॉन्टली देखना है. सेल्स बढ़ रहा है क्या? हाँ. एक्सपेंसेस कंसिस्टेंट है ना? हाँ. बहुत बढ़िया. फिर उसके बाद फाइनेंसिंग प्रॉफिट कंसिस्टेंटली ग्रो हो रहा है ना? शानदार. उसके बाद प्रॉफिट, नेट प्रॉफिट फॉर लास्ट 3 to 5 years, इज इट ग्रोइंग कंसिस्टेंटली ग्रो हो रहा है? फर्स्ट क्लास. सो वी आर रेस्ट अश्योर्ड की बॉस ये कंपनी बढ़िया चल रही है फॉर लास्ट 3 to 5 years. देन अर्निंग पर शेयर भी देख लीजिए. अर्निंग पर शेयर फॉर लास्ट 3 to 5 years, इज इट ग्रोइंग कंसिस्टेंटली? इफ आंसर इज यस, देन हमने इसका पास्ट एनालिसिस भी कर लिया है. इससे ज्यादा एनालिसिस की जरूरत नहीं होती है इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग दिस प्रोसेस. आपकी सुविधा के लिए दे हैव गिवन दिस इन परसेंटेज ऑल्सो. कंपाउंडेड सेल्स ग्रोथ 5 साल में कितना हुआ है? कंपाउंडेड 20%. 3 years में for last 3 years, how much it is growing? 23%. Last year, how much it has grown? 43%. Compounded profit growth is this. ROE is this. बढ़िया नंबर है. ठीक है. Earning per share, she was saying, is fluctuating, but yeah, it has gone down for last 2-3 years. It is increasing, so consistent. If it is fluctuating, you can investigate further why it is fluctuating and all. That is a very good point, right? So earning per share is total profit divided by total number shares issued by the company. That is earning per share. Okay. Once you do this, then you can come. इसमें ratios नहीं है. So मोटे-मोटे तौर पे everyone is clear, right? Everyone is okay, whatever I have explained broadly. Yes, easy. How many of you found it easy? Can I have yes? If you found it easy to find a good stock, कोई बहुत rocket science नहीं है. ऐसा जितना हवा बना के रखा है उतना हवा है नहीं, right? Okay. So there is a lot of questions on ROCE and ROE. Okay, so we have time. We have covered a lot of ground. What I will do is I will quickly explain you whatever I want to explain, and then I will come to ROCE and ROE. Okay. Okay. Now, first thing is we have to see shareholding. Then देख लिया कंपनी ठीक ठाक चल रही है, कंसिस्टेंटली ग्रो कर रही है, वगैरह वगैरह हो गया. उसके बाद शेयर होल्डिंग पे आना जरूरी. वी हैव टू सी द शेयर होल्डिंग. शेयर होल्डिंग पैटर्न, दिस इज प्रमोटर जिसने कंपनी चालू की है. whoever has started, जैसे अंबानी started Reliance, or whoever is in control of that company, that is called promoters. Like Adani has started, so he is the promoter. This is started by Government of India, so Government of India is the promoter. So every company will have its promoter, right? Mahindra and Mahindra is opened by Mahindra, so he is promoter. So promoter जिसने company चालू की है, whoever has started the company, how much share he is holding. Why it is important? Because he is the one who makes the decision, right? If he is only having 5% of shares in the company, will he be able to make the decisions? No. He should have a good 30 to 35% holding. So promoter shareholding should be at least 30 to 35% here. If it is less than 35%, तो एटलीस्ट FII का या FII का शेयर होल्डिंग ज्यादा होना. इट मे बी अ कोलैबोरेशन बिटवीन इंडिया एंड फॉरेन पार्टनर, सो FII का समटाइम्स इट विल रिफ्लेक्ट हियर, बट FII प्लस प्रमोटर should be at least greater than 50%. Okay. So Rohit is saying when it is not good to invest, See, okay. People are doing a lot of experiments. Someone is changing it caption to English and all. Don't do that. Okay. Don't experiment and show your technical skills here. Keep it simple. I'm keeping this webinar simple. So keep everything, all other options very simple, please. Okay. So promoter, everyone is clear what is promoter? एवरीवन इज क्लियर व्हाट इज प्रमोटर? प्रमोटर क्या है? प्रमोटर जिसने कंपनी चालू किया है, जो जिसकी फिलॉसफी से कंपनी चल रही है, दैट इज द प्रमोटर. अगर जो प्रमोटर है उसके ही शेयर्स का परसेंटेज, यहाँ पे जैसे ये है 75% प्रमोटर का शेयर होल्डिंग है इसमें, इफ उसका शेयर होल्डिंग ही 75% से कम या 35% से भी कम है, तो क्या चला रहा है कंपनी, उसका कितना कंट्रोल रहेगा कंपनी पे, राइट? हाउ मच विल कंट्रोल द कंपनी? So this is a big red flag. If the promoter shareholding is less than 30-35, thoda sa stay away from the company. FII is foreign institutional investors. It can be investors or it can be the foreign partners. So unka how much is the shareholding? So total promoters and FII should at least exceed 50%. That means someone is governing the company. If it is less, the biggest red flag is if the shareholding is higher in by public. But this is a public shareholder. Public means you and me. See, do we take any decision making in how to run the company? How many of you think if you buy a share, you can decide, nahi, ye company usko loan nahi degi, ya company will give loan to this fellow? Can you and me decide, even if after buying the shareholding, we are part of public? Can we decide whom to give share and all? No, na? So if the number of shareholding is higher with public, iske matlab kuch to bhi red flag hai. I'll just give you one example. Just I came across this share, so I'm just giving one example. I have not done analysis of this stock, but just a passing reference. See, this stock which I have opened, how much public is holding? 56% is held by people like you and me. Can they do the decision making? Can they decide where the company should go? What should be the future? What should be the mission and vision of this company? No, this public is scattered. They don't have any voice together, right? So if you go and find a company where the public is holding 56%, at least personally I will stay away. कि डिसीजन कौन कर रहा है भाई? कंपनी को कौन चला रहा है? कंपनी को कल कौन बड़ा बना पाएगा? पब्लिक तो नहीं बना पाएगी कम से कम. So if you find that the shareholding of public is very high as compared to promoter and FII, stay away from that company. So this is one red flag for people who want to take into good company. So this portion you should see how much public holding is there. This is one red flag. Okay. Second is inventory days. Inventory days means in how many days they are able to sell their material. अगर कंपनी ने कुछ सामान खरीदा, कितने दिन में they are able to sell it out. Okay, don't go into numbers. Okay, that's what I said in the beginning also. Don't hold on to numbers ki don't be a mathematician and a scientist. नहीं, मेरे को इतना एक perfect number बता दो जो होना चाहिए. नहीं, please don't fall into that. Get the feeling what I'm trying to say. It's like driving, right? You cannot say how much speed is good speed. Depending on the road, you have to decide how speed. But what is no and what is yes, you have to understand. So don't ask me question ki 35 hona chahiye, 37 hona chahiye, 40 hona chahiye. I'm seeing a lot of questions there. भैया देखो decision कौन कर रहा है? Who can take the decision? Promoters, FIIs can take the decision about company. They should have good amount. 35% से ऊपर होना चाहिए. पब्लिक के पास कम होना चाहिए. पब्लिक के पास 10% है, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत शानदार कंपनी है. कोई तो है जो चला रहा है, हम मजे लेंगे ना शेयर होल्डर. हमें क्यों उसमें इन्वॉल्व होना है, राइट? सो इफ द पब्लिक शेयर होल्डिंग इज लेस, विच इज गुड, आवर शेयर वैल्यू विल इंक्रीज ओनली. Okay, so don't ask me what should be the number. Roughly, it should be promoter should be greater than 35. In this case, it is there, but other people are not there. Public is having too many shares, which is a red flag. I would not go and put money in this company. Okay, public should be less than 30%. आप ये समझ के चलो. Others का नहीं लेते. The public shareholding should be at least less than 30%. Then it is okay company. Inventory days should reduce. What is inventory days? That means when पूरा मैंने सामान उठाया, let's say if I am a car manufacturer, like let's say Maruti company, Maruti Suzuki, okay? Let's say inventory days. Inventory days, what it means is, in simple terms, कि मैंने सामान उठाया, I purchased all the material, paint and everything. I purchased everything material and then I made a car and I sold it out. So in how many days I am able to turn my inventory? Because if I take the material, make it into final product, give it to the customer, I take the next product, make into car, give it to the customer. This inventory days, you understand what I'm saying by inventory days? How many days inventory from start to finish? What is inventory? Is the material, the raw material. क्या raw material उठाया, finished good करके बेच दिया customer को. So how long that material stayed with me is called inventory days roughly. So I buy the material and give it to customer. In how many days I am able to give that inventory to the customer is inventory days. Do we want to invest in a company who is keeping the inventory with them for a long time, or we want to invest in a company which is able to reduce its inventory days, right? It should improvise on inventory days. If like here in Maruti, see, it was 20. It is consistent throughout the year. See here 30, 25, 21, 20. It is reducing the inventory days, right? Inventory days, you have to understand, it is the raw to the finished goods. Okay, raw to finish. I purchased a paint in Maruti. I have to paint a car, correct? If I purchased a paint, that is a raw material. I put it on the car, it is still in my inventory because I have put it on the car. I purchased boxes of paint, I sprayed it on the car. It is still with me. That paint is still in my factory. And different component. Then the car is finished, goes out of the factory to the customer. My whatever inventory I bought, it went to the customer. So जो भी था raw material, whether it is, see, till I give it to the customer, it is raw material only. The paint which I bought, it is still on the car. It is still not gone to the customer, right? So lesser the, everyone clear, right? Inventory days means what? What is the inventory days? Whatever material I purchased, till I hand it over to the customer. Simple. If you have lesser and lesser inventory days, then your money will churn faster and faster. It has to be reducing. Also, can I have yes from everyone if you have understood inventory day? बहुत important है for, especially if you are analyzing marketing, sorry, product industries. कोई भी product industry, कोई मारुति हुआ, हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर हुआ, जो भी कोई सामान product बनाता है, उसके लिए बहुत important है ये. Why it is important is because inventory days has to be consistent. If inventory days is increasing, अगर इन्वेंट्री डेज बढ़ रहे हैं, अगर मैंने सामान खरीदा और कस्टमर को बेच ही नहीं पा रहा हूं मैं, तो वो इन्वेंट्री मेरे पास है. अगर इन्वेंट्री डेज बढ़ रहे हैं तो इसका क्या मतलब है? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ that? If my inventory days are increasing year over year, my inventory days are increasing, what can be one of the inferences? Anyone? I'll allow you to unmute. Someone can unmute themselves and tell me what is the meaning. As a layman, एज अ लेमन, मैं अकाउंट का आदमी नहीं हूं, पर मैंने देखा इन्वेंट्री डेज बढ़ रहे हैं. हाँ, या
Yes,
नते,
the finished goods are not getting sold in the market.
finished goods are not getting sold, as simple as that. They are finding it difficult to sell it.
Sales declining.
Huh?
They will not get the cash from the market
हाँ,
and they are unable to invest in the another product.
हाँ, so they are not able to get the cash. Yeah, Shalini, go ahead.
Sales decreasing day by day.
Sorry?
Sales decreasing day by day, sir.
Sales is decreasing day by day, so whatever they are producing, it is still with them. They are not able to sell. फिर वो क्या करेगा? डिस्काउंट देगा. They will say, okay, scheme निकालेगा. I want to sell this and that. High competition is there. So simple inventory days can give you so much information, right? If you go and analyze the company's inventory days, it will give you information that if it is increasing consistently, right, then उसको बेचने में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, right? And if the company is struggling to sell it, then उसका share price भी will slow down. Yeah. Any more addition to this thought, or can we go ahead?
Sir, just one more question.
Yeah.
Sir, can this number be manipulated?
Sorry, come again. No, there is some noise coming in. Yeah.
Sir, can these numbers be manipulated?
Yeah,
Sir,
they can be manipulated, but not everyone in the market is manipulator, right? So they can be, I'm not saying this cannot be manipulated, or they are not getting manipulated, but हर कोई manipulator नहीं है. So we are going into companies which are doing good year over year, right? So they will be manipulating it less. If some company, shady company hai, so we will understand. So we will not go and invest into that company. So answer is yes, but why we would go and analyze a shady company, right? We are doing a systematic analysis, 5 साल क्या किया ये, and you cannot hide numbers for 5 years. It will get called out. So we are analyzing for 5 years what they are doing past.
Got it, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you. So I'm muting all. Okay. So. Okay. No, I'm saying let's assume they are manipulated. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि let's assume they are manipulated, but also as per our experience in general, not all companies are manipulating, right? Few companies might be manipulating. ठीक है ना? उतना chance लेंगे अपन. But just because 5% companies might be manipulating, let's not assume 95% are also manipulating. Those 5, we will understand, because then we will have a technique in technical analysis, which we are going to analyze the chart. The charts tell you the truth. Company कुछ भी number manipulate करेगा, we will take help of technical analysis. Whatever you can manipulate here, you cannot manipulate on the charts. The charts will tell us the truth. Okay. So yeah, there are audits and all, but let's not go into that. So inventory days should reduce. Debtor days should reduce. Debtor days is the amount it takes, number of days it takes to get the money from the customer. So a good company will get money from its customer faster and faster. If your product is not saleable, you will say, okay, आज लेके जाओ मेरा product, 5 महीने बाद you can give me the payment. Okay, you take the product today, you can pay me after 6 months, 1 year, like that. So debtor days is important. Debtor days should reduce. Inventory days should reduce in terms of manufacturing units. Okay. So that is very important. Clear? So we have completed broadly what we have completed is, which is good for understanding. Before I go to ROCE and ROE, we have understood. We have to see what is the sales, what is the expenses. We have to see for last 3 to 5 years, is the sales growing consistently? If yes, very good. Then see the expenses. खर्चा बढ़ रहा है या घट रहा है या consistently बढ़ रहा है sales के proportion में. If the expenses is more or less same, it's also growing consistently, very good. Then the first major checkpoint comes operating profit. Sales minus expenses will give you operating profit. Operating profit has to grow consistently for last 3 to 5 years. Okay. Once it is growing 3 to 5 years consistently, fantastic, green signal. Then आगे बढ़ते हैं. Then you pay interest tax, हमको कोई मतलब नहीं है. Then profit after tax. Profit after tax should also grow consistently. If it is growing consistently year over year, बहुत बढ़िया, fantastic. Then you come to earning per share. This is profit. This is the profit 3952 divided by total number of shares issued by the company will give you earning per share. Earning per share increasing consistently. Very good. So consistency is more important. So I have given you 6 checkpoints. Kitna checkpoints hai? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5. 5 checkpoints in this. If it is consistent over 3 to 5 years, बढ़िया है. This is very, very important to check before investing. If you get any tips from anywhere, this company is doing fantastic, turn around होने वाला है, कुछ मत देखो. 5 साल कैसा परफॉर्म किया है. If it is performing good, then only put your hard-earned money there. If it has not done well for last 5 years, believe me, there is nothing called turnaround. Turnaround itself takes 3 to 5 years. हम सब कार स्कूटर चलाते हैं. Everyone drives car and scooter, right? Everyone knows how to drive a car or a scooter, correct? Can you turn it around just like that? Like they show in the movie, the hero ऐसा पूरा skid करते हुए पूरा turn करके उधर लेके जाता है. How many of you have done that in my life, in your life? Tell me. Have you turned around a scooter? बिल्कुल ऐसा शी करके पीछे turn. There is no turn around. How can you turn around a company in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? The market is full of such news. This company is going to turn around and all. अरे कैसे होगा यार? मैं स्कूटर नहीं टर्न कर पाता हूँ, कार नहीं टर्न कर पाता हूँ, कंपनी टर्न अराउंड कैसे होगा within 3 months, right? It takes 2 to 3 years for any company to turn around. So don't jump कि अभी मैं ले लेगा and it will have something new. See, if it is consistent for 2 to 3 years, 5 years, then only buy. If you want to invest your company, if you want to really grow your money and not lose money to the stock market. Understood? Any turnaround will take 2 to 3 years. Don't hurry to or don't rush to put money. Just remember, you cannot turn around your car or scooter in a sharp way. How a company will turn around? ठीक है, आराम से देखो 4 to 5 years performance, then invest. Okay, so now I think so you have to see the 5 points here, then you come down here, EPS देख लो, उसके बाद बाकी सब में अपने को सर नहीं फोड़ना है, सीधे नीचे आओ. रेशियोज में देखो, अगर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी है, इफ दे आर डूइंग एनी प्रोडक्ट, सी डेब्टर डेज शुड बी कंसिस्टेंट और रिड्यूसिंग. इन्वेंट्री डेज शुड बी कंसिस्टेंट और रिड्यूसिंग. फिर आओ शेयर होल्डिंग पैटर्न में देखो, प्रमोटर्स के पास कितना शेयर है. पहले देखो पब्लिक के पास कितना शेयर है. लेसर द नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स विद पब्लिक, बेटर इट इज. हियर इट इज ओनली 3.24. फैंटास्टिक. 3.24% ही पब्लिक के पास है, बाकी प्रमोटर और एफआईआई के पास है, डीआईआई के पास है. बहुत बढ़िया भैया. दिस इज व्हाट वी वांट. वी वांट less and less number of shares. At least it should be lesser than 30%. It should be in hand of public, because public is not a decision maker. Okay, if more number of shares is with public, red flag है, भाग जाओ उस कंपनी से, don't buy that share. You will lose money in that share. I can guarantee in writing. Okay, so clear? मोटे मोटे तौर पे everyone is clear how to analyze a good company. E and S, best में से BEST. I have taken you through all BEST in nutshell. Can I have yes from all of you if you have understood broadly, if you will be able to apply broadly in your entire life to find good company? And I can assure you, if you जो मैं बताया ना उतना करोगे ना, तो भी consistently you will be able to earn money. मेरा गारंटी है. Okay, so we'll go to ROCE and we'll go to ROE before we go ahead for the technical analysis. Now, let's say, let me open. Just I'll stop the sharing and I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay. Just. Okay. Now let's understand ROCE and ROE with an analogy from our apartment. So everyone understands how to buy an apartment or a everyone understands what is the process of buying apartment? Yes. Now let's say apartment ka, when we are going to buy apartment, there are two components. One is self funds and then we have loan. बराबर है? Everyone agrees? Yes, no, we have self funds and we have loan. Okay, let's say if I am bringing 20, 100, 1, 2, 3, 20 lakh rupees from my pocket and I take a loan of 80, 100, 1, 2, 3, 80 lakhs loan from the bank to buy a apartment. ठीक है, मैंने अपार्टमेंट बाय कर लिया, कितने का था? I bought the apartment which is equal to this plus this. Apartment हमने बाय कर लिया of worth 1 crore. Okay, now I got rent from that 1 crore apartment. Let's say I got 4 lakhs, right? 400, 1, 2, 3, 4 lakhs ka I got the rent from that apartment. So far so good. Everyone is okay. So this 4 lakh rupees is my EBITDA. Okay. What is EBITDA? Earnings before interest, tax and amortization. अब amortization मत पूछना, बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स चीज है, अपन इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स पे फिक्स करेंगे. सो इट इज अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट, टैक्स एंड amortization. क्लियर? जो रेंट 44 lakhs का मिला, दैट इज अर्निंग बिफोर इंटरेस्ट, टैक्स, amortization. And if we divide this 4 lakhs by the total cost of apartment, which includes money we have spent and loan we have taken, and we calculate it in the percentage form, then this becomes ROCE, that is return on capital employed. How much capital did we employ? We employed 1 crore of capital. हमने 1 crore का फ्लैट खरीदा, उस पे 4 लाख का रेंट मिला, तो हमारा रिटर्न जो है, रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड, 1 करोड़ के 1 करोड़ के कैपिटल एम्प्लॉय करके रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड इज 4%. सो एवरीवन इज क्लियर व्हाट इज ROCE? यस, नो? हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग. ओके, ओके. नाउ इफ क्या होगा, 4 lakh I have earned on rent, so I will give interest. Let's say if I give interest let's say hypothetically, कैलकुलेट मत करना, बोलना इससे ज्यादा तो EMI लगता है मेरा. नहीं, इंटरेस्ट वगैरह कितना दिया हमने, मान लो इंटरेस्ट आउट ऑफ 4 lakh rupees I give फॉर ईयरली इंटरेस्ट 300, 1, 2, 3, 3 लाख का इंटरेस्ट दे दिया, because I have taken 80 lakh ka loan. It is more, I know, just for calculation sake I am putting this. Okay, interest I paid then so अब बचा कितना मेरे पास? What I am left with is okay. Now क्या हो गया इसको? Equal to this minus. Okay, so what is left is 1 lakh rupees hypothetically. Then let's say tax government ले जाएगी 33%, 0.33 into 1 lakh rupees. ठीक है, तो गवर्नमेंट ले गई टैक्स 33,000, बचा कितना मेरे पास? बैलेंस is equal to this minus this. So this becomes profit after tax. Clear? What is profit after tax? Clear? Now this 67,000 for that year it belongs to me. Okay, मैंने प्रिंसिपल पे कर दिया, मैंने बैंक का इंटरेस्ट पे कर दिया, मैंने टैक्स पे कर दिया, I have paid everything. So this 67,000 belongs to me. I can go to Goa, I can go to Europe, I can go to anywhere. I can enjoy with this 67,000 because this belongs to me. Okay, so this is return on my capital. What was my capital? My capital was 20 lakh rupees. Okay, so this is ROE will be 67 profit after tax divided by my own funds, because I put 20 lakh rupees, I got 67,000 rupees. अब मैं इसका कुछ भी कर सकता हूं. So my ROE is 3.35%. Okay, so there are two calculations. ROCE is calculated on total money put in the apartment. ROE is calculated with the money I have put in the apartment. So you can find the difference, right? So we want ROCE to grow, we want ROE to grow every year. Clear, everyone? Crystal clear? Can I have CC from everyone if it is crystal clear? ROCE and ROE. Write CC if it is crystal clear to you. Crystal clear. ROCE, ROE. बराबर है. इसके आगे पीछे कुछ होता नहीं कंपनी में देखने के लिए. अगर आपके पास बिजनेस का फ्यूचर का विजन है, इफ यू हैव अ क्लियर विजन ऑफ द फ्यूचर, व्हाट द फ्यूचर इज, इफ यू थिंक देयर इज एक्सपेंशन टू ग्रो अ बिग टाइम, देन गो चेक कंसिस्टेंटली क्या इसका है growth, how it is working, whether it is working consistently. Now you go check any company's number if it is consistently before investing a single rupee. Don't do analysis after buying the share. Lot of people come to me, lot of people send a message to me, can you please analyze this stock? अरे भैया, पैसा लगाने के पहले पूछो ना. People invest in that stock, then they don't know why they have invested in that stock. They have absolutely no idea why they have invested in that stock. They just heard it from someone. जैसे आप लोगों ने आज IRDA सुन लिया, tomorrow many people might go and invest in IRDA. अरे मत करो ऐसा. Don't just listen and put money. They will listen somewhere, they'll put the money, then they don't know for 4 months what is happening with their money. They see it going down and then they will send a message to me, can you analyze this share? Then I ask, why did you invest in this stock in the first place itself? You tell me. Then they have no answer. Don't do that. Please don't do that. First, it takes only, how much time it took? How much time it took for us to understand all these concepts? You tell me. We started from 10 o'clock, right? It is only 11:20 right now. It took us 1 hour 20 minutes to analyze IRDA. उससे ज़्यादा लगा क्या अपने को? 30 minutes, maximum 1 hour 20 minutes. If you hear any company, don't rush and place the order. मैं इसलिए खरीद लेता हूँ, बाद में देखूंगा. नहीं, only spend 1 hour. It's your hard earned money. Okay, you spend 1 hour 20 minutes, see balance sheet, screener पे जाओ, उसका balance sheet देख लो, how it is doing, what is the ये promoter shareholding and all. And remember, always remember, there is no turnaround. Remember, when you are driving, you cannot turn around in a sharp way every time. Companies cannot turn around in 3 months. Don't go for turnaround stories. Analyze everything and then go. Put your hard-earned money in the stock. Fine, everyone okay? Meenal, are there any other than screener? There are a lot of websites. There are a lot of websites. Tijori hai, market mojo hai. Umpteenth number of websites are there. But analyze the यही है pattern, यही रहेगा. ठीक है? Good question. How to analyze companies coming up with IPOs? There is something called red herring prospectus. So in that prospectus, they have to give what they have been doing for last 3 years. You have to open that red herring prospectus. Everything will be given, what they are doing, what is their ROE, ROCE for last 3 years. Analyze. If you find that they have been doing consistently for last 3 years, then only invest. It is by rule required for them to give the what they are doing for last 3 years in that red herring prospectus. Okay, so we will take 3 questions before we proceed further. We'll go to the technical analysis. Okay, so whoever wants to ask a question, 3 questions we'll take. Yeah, Rachana.
Yeah, hi, sir. So, ROCE, is it always calculated on earnings before taxes and ROE on PAT?
Yes, yes. उसका कारण है ना, there is a reason for it. ROCE is in total capital employed. See, like I have given I have given the example of this thing. See, when we are calculating ROCE in this rent, who is my shareholder? My shareholder is money given by me and the money taken from the bank. So bank will take back its money. Correct. So loan plus my funds, whatever returns I'm getting will come in ROCE, total capital employed. Loan plus whatever is brought by me. Correct?
Yeah.
ROE is, I given back interest to the bank and principal to the bank, सब कुछ दे दिया, government को tax दे दिया. Now I don't have any answerability to the government or to the bank, right? They are happy, government is happy. Correct?
Right.
So whatever is left is my money. So that is profit after tax is the money which is left. So what I did was I invested 20 lakh rupees. Now whatever is left after profit after tax, सबका मैंने हिसाब किताब चुकता कर दिया है. And this is my money. So this my money I have earned from 20 lakh rupees. So this is ROE, return on equity. Equity means the money brought in by the promoters or shareholders. Let's say shareholders, right? So ROCE, ROE. So whenever we are analyzing a company, both should grow year over year.
Correct.
Okay, right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think Dinesh, your mic is having some problem because as soon as this 007 club, Dinesh, आपका some buzzing sound is there. So I'm muting you. So don't unmute yourself.
इस हिसाब से ये हुआ कि आरओई ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है आरओसीई से भी.
दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट है, दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट है. आरओसीई भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, आरओई भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. कंसिस्टेंसी इंपॉर्टेंट है. सी दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट तो है, बट दोनों की कंसिस्टेंसी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि पिछले 3 to 4 years कंसिस्टेंटली ग्रो कर रहे हैं कि नहीं. इफ यस, बढ़िया. इफ नो, क्यों नहीं. फिर हम क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे कि क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो भाई, क्या दिक्कत है जीवन में. और अगर उसका सैटिस्फैक्टरी आंसर नहीं मिलता तो हम उसमें इन्वेस्ट नहीं करेंगे.
ज्यादा वेटेज किसको दिया जा सकता है?
वेटेज नहीं दे रहे हैं हम, कंसिस्टेंसी देख रहे हैं कि आप कंसिस्टेंट हो क्या. आप पिछले, जैसे हम किसी बच्चे का एग्जाम रिजल्ट देखते हैं, सडनली वो 10th या 12th में कुछ फैंटास्टिक 95% आ गया, अच्छी बात है, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस. बट क्या आप कंसिस्टेंट रहे हो? क्या आपने 8th 9th 10th 11th 12th सब जगह परसेंटेज बराबर लाए हैं, या एक दिन ही 1 साल काम मेहनत किया? अगर किसी ने सिर्फ 1 साल काम मेहनत किया तो क्या वो कंसिस्टेंट रहेगा अगले आने वाले सालों में? पता नहीं है. पर जो बच्चा हर साल मान लीजिए 85% ला रहा है अपने क्लास में, उसके चांसेस ज्यादा है कि वो कॉलेज में भी 85 लाता रहेगा, है ना, कंसिस्टेंट हो गया। कोई एकदम स्पोरेडिकली भाई इस साल तो मैं फोड़ दिया पूरा 95% आए गॉड, मुझे भरोसा नहीं अगले 5 साल भी वो 95 ला पाएगा कि नहीं, पिछला रिकॉर्ड करा है तो ऊपर नीचे होता रहता। सो मैं ये नहीं करूंगा ये इंपॉर्टेंट या वो इंपॉर्टेंट है, दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट है, दोनों पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए, दोनों कंसिस्टेंटली बढ़ते रहना चाहिए। अगर वो कंसिस्टेंसी है, मैं शेयर बाय करूंगा, वो कंपनी कंसिस्टेंटली बढ़ती रहेगी, मेरा शेयर प्राइस बढ़ता रहेगा। सो माय फोकस इज both are important, and for past 2 to 3 years the growth, consistent growth is also important. So both are important, plus growth of both consistently is also important. year over year क्या कर रहा है, हर साल क्या कर रहा है, ऐसा तो नहीं इसी साल कुछ छक्का चौका मार दिया, नहीं, 5 साल से क्या कर रहा है, जो 5 साल 3 साल से कंसिस्टेंट है वही आगे कंसिस्टेंट रहेगा।
Okay, thank you.
Suggestion, yeah.
Sir,
Okay.
in shareholding, what is this retail and order?
Sorry.
In the shareholding, what is the return and order? Retail and order.
Retail.
In shareholding, retail and order means what?
ऑर्डर क्या है, ऑर्डर समझ नहीं आया मेरे को। रिटेल तो ये है पब्लिक हो गया,
रिटेल एंड ऑर्डर
अदर्स।
हाँ,
ये कहाँ पे पढ़ा आपने इसको, रिटेल एंड अदर्स?
नहीं सर, एक शेयर में है रेड दिस, हाँ एक शेयर में पढ़ा था मैंने।
अरे रिटेल तो हम हो गया, हम और आप है रिटेल में।
ओके, रिटेल मीन्स पब्लिक।
हाँ, रिटेल मतलब पब्लिक, हम और आप जो भी रिटेल में या जो भी, देखिए पहला तो प्रमोटर हो गया, है ना, जिसने कंपनी चालू की है, जो कंपनी में जिसका ज्यादा स्टेक है, जो मैनेजमेंट में है या जो मैनेजमेंट स्टेक है, जैसे रिलायंस में अंबानी जी हैं, वो प्रमोटर हो गए, उनका फैमिली है, उनके सबके पास शेयर है, वो प्रमोटर है। फिर एफआईआई हो गए, डीआई फॉरेन इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टर हो गए, डीआईआई और पब्लिक, ये तीनों वहां से उठाते हैं, मार्केट से उठाते हैं, मार्केट से। रिटेल जो है, तो मोस्टली जब भी आप टीवी पे सुनते हैं, रिटेल जो होता है वो पब्लिक का जो भी ट्रेडेबल है, जो भी अवेलेबल है स्टॉक मार्केट में, जो भी ट्रेड हो रहा है, क्योंकि अंबानी तो रोज के रोज अपना बेचेंगे नहीं ना रिलायंस में शेयर, करेक्ट है ना। भाई अंबानी जी थोड़ी बोलेंगे कि चलो आज बेच दो कल खरीद लेता हूँ, उनके पास जो शेयर है उनके पास सालों साल रहता है, वो अपना शेयर बेचते थोड़ी है, वो बढ़ाते ही है, बहुत ही रेयरली होगा कि वो अपना शेयर बेचेंगे। तो जो अंबानी प्रमोटर्स के पास है वो तो उनके पास है, जो बचा हुआ शेयर है जो मार्केट में अवेलेबल है, ट्रेडेबल है, वो आता है रिटेल ट्रेडिंग के लिए, जिसको पब्लिक भी खरीद सकती है, एफआईआई भी खरीद सकते हैं, डीआई भी खरीद सकते हैं। तो वो हो गया, रिटेल मोस्टली पब्लिक वाला शेयर रहता है।
Samir, how do we, agar if there is a conflict between different parameters, like in the Maruti example, the inventory days was decreasing, but the other one is increasing. Will you cover that? How do we resolve those conflicts in the next section?
See, we have to, there is no conflict as such, but there should be no anomaly. ठीक है, sometimes
Yeah, so what I meant was inventory days was increasing or decreasing, and the debtor days was decreasing. So so both of them are not in the same trajectory. So
correct,
how do
correct.
we? Yeah,
we can go and read their annual reports, or we can search कि क्या हो रहा है, what is happening for the Maruti, what is happening to the product, why this is anomaly, right? If we are not accounts person, we'll have to try to find out, read more about it. And this is a very good question, because if you find anomaly, it is better to investigate ki what is the reason for it.
okay.
Every company may have a different reason, every business may have its own cycle and challenges, right? Sometimes it may happen that everything is good, ठीक है, but let's say for एक extreme example देता हूं मैं, everything is good, but in corona people stopped buying cars, correct?
Yes.
तो ठीक है, मारुति भी बढ़िया है, फर्स्ट क्लास कंपनी में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, प्रोडक्ट में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, schemes में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बट कोरोना द सिचुएशन वाज दैट पीपल आर नॉट बाइंग कार्स, दे वर सिंपली नॉट गोइंग आउट, सो दे वर नॉट थिंकिंग ऑफ बाइंग कार्स, तो सेल हिट मार गया। दिस इज एक्सट्रीम। सो इफ द डेब्टर डेज इज इंक्रीजिंग, इन्वेंटरी डेज, सो कहीं भी इफ यू फाइंड सम एनोमली, then you have to further investigate कि ऐसा what is the external factor which may be impacting this.
And you're saying the balance sheet is the best place for that, or the
Yeah,
reports
balance
that they
sheet is a
release?
starting point. It's a starting
Okay.
point to identify the anomaly, like you pointed the anomalies. Okay, debtor days,
Right.
inventory days में anomaly है. So this is immediately we should think कि अच्छा ये है क्यों है. वो क्यों से then we investigate further by reading on the Google or something like that. One way is that. Second way is the technical analysis, which I am going to cover. Technical analysis also you can use. Okay. Great. So one last question, final question who would like to ask? We have three. Okay, Sachin, go ahead. Last question.
Yeah, sorry. So again, my question is linked to the application.
नहीं, आपका आवाज बहुत क्रैकल कर रहा है. Your voice is cracking.
Shown us all the checkpointers to look at, but is it okay?
Now better. Yeah.
Okay, so I was saying that you have shown us good checkpoints and the parameters to look at. My question is like, again, on the application side, how can we filter or find those companies through some tools where the ROCE or ROE is like consistently growing instead of looking one by one at a particular share?
See, there are around, answer is there. Answer is in the screener itself. If you go to screener, you can go here, screens, tools, create a stock screener. This is here. This query is there. You can see on my screen, right? So let's say you have market capitalization should be greater than 500 and ROCE should be greater than, let's say, 15 and ROE should be greater than, let's say, 15 and sales growth 3 years should be greater than, let's say, 10 and sales growth 5 years should be greater than, let's say, 10 and profit growth 3 years should be greater than, let's say, 20 and debtor days, let's say, one, this is important for me, pledged percentage should be equal to 0. Okay, let's run this query and you have 265 results. So this is possible in the screener itself, you can see, but फिर 265 को आपको analyze करना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, got it. Thank you so much. I think this is a good way to start.
So what you can do is other way around. See, you have so many, then you see which business is going to grow in the future. You have this filtration, then you can go one by one and then see which is a future good business. That is one way you can do. I will share this query screener, just people can copy paste and use it later whenever they want to use. In chat, I am just pasting it. If people want, they can use it later. So you can copy paste and use it. Okay, so great. So I hope. Okay, so we will take questions in the end of the session. So let's move to the technical analysis. Okay, so before we move to technical analysis, I want a confirmation. Have you learned a lot in last 1.5 hours what we are together? How many of you have learned a lot? Or just for the recording purpose, chat does not come. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, great. So someone is writing that too much for the day. Okay, great. Thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. Okay, great. So I hope you learned a lot in last 1.5 hours. We gained knowledge. So my summary, any stock you hear, anything you hear, first of all, anything government says, if you get a WhatsApp video, always start thinking, पैसा कैसे कमाएंगे? ओके कौन सा स्टॉक इसमें काम आएगा, व्हाट इज द प्रोडक्ट, व्हाट इज द ग्रोथ, फाइंड आउट द ग्रोथ, फाइंड आउट द स्टॉक, देन एनालाइज इट्स 3 to 5 years, व्हाट इट हैज बीन डूइंग, कंसिस्टेंटली है कि नहीं, कंसिस्टेंट है तो फिर पैसा लगाने की हम सोच सकते हैं. What we will do is we'll take a quick bio break of 15 minutes. The webinar is running. No need to log out. Just have some water, freshen up, come back. 11:34. We will take 15 minutes break. We come back at 11:50. Okay. So 11:50. We 15 minutes from now. We start again. The webinar is running. You can log out and log in, or you can stay put. So we start again sharp 11:50. Okay. See you all at 11:50. Thank you.